viewers and my dear students, I am back with a new video and today topic is pyogenic liver abscess. So liver abscess. Abscess is formed inside the liver. Now the reasons, these are the causes. The causes are infection through umbilicus. Like if the baby is born, neonatal is born, so that infant that has umbilical, so the infection could spread through that umbilicus. This is the neonatal umbilical sepsis and that will cause pyoemia. The infection will travel by the bloodstream into the whole body and then it will reach into the liver and there it will form the pyogenic liver abscess. The second reason is infection through the portal veins. So if the infection occurs like acute appendicitis or in case of acute diverticulitis or like when the patient is infected with disease bacillary dysentery, there is infection of bacilli that is resulting in loose motions, dysentery, or if there is ulcerative colitis to the patient. So that infections, appendicitis, ulcerative colitis, diverticulitis, these infections will travel via the portal circulation through the portal vein into the liver and then that bacteria will grow and cultivate and multiply and form the abscess. The pus formation will start. So another reason, the third reason could be the infection through the hepatic artery. So that will also result in pyema or septicemia. And through the bloodstream it will reach into the whole body. The fourth reason is by the extension abscess. Like if the abscess is in the surrounding planes or in the tissue and that will extend into the liver. Like if there is subdiaphragmatic abscess, there is abscess below the diaphragm or into that area, or if there is empyema thoracis, that is in the lungs, or if penetrating injuries can also lead or trigger the abscess formation. The penetrating injuries could be due to any the trauma or due to any surgical processes. So there could be the injuries or trauma and that can lead to the formation of pyogenic liver abscess. So the infection can reach by the portal vein and then it will reach into the liver. So if there is diverticulous, ulcerative colitis, or if there is subdiaphragmatic abscess or abscess in the lung, or there is empyema thoracis or penetrating injuries, these all are the reasons for pyogenic liver abscess. Now the symptoms are similar as present in each type of abscess because this is infection and as we all know, all the types of infections usually travel through the GI tract. So gastrointestinal tract is the main reason, or that is the common pathway through which the bacteria or the organism gain entry into the patient. So bacteria could be Klebsiella, E. coli, then Clostridium, or the Streptococcus or the Staphylococcus. So there could be various bacteria, gram-negative, positive, and this gain entry via the gastrointestinal tract, that is GIT. Now this bacteria will enter into the gastrointestinal tract and from there it will circulate in the blood and it will reach liver, it can reach into the heart. If it reaches in liver and produce abscess there, then this is called pyogenic liver abscess. Now the symptoms are like of every abscess present in the body anywhere. So there is, because there is infection, so pyrexia or the fever in simple language we can say, that can accompany with chills and rigor depending on the intensity of the fever or the infection. Obviously there will be vomiting, diarrhea. These are common features present in case of every infection. Abdominal discomfort, then the pain in right-sided region, hypochondriac region. Why? Because liver is situated in the right hypochondrium. So the pain will be in the right side. And there will be tenderness. Tenderness is what? Pain on touching or on applying the pressure. So there will be tenderness in that area. Then abdominal discomfort with the improper digestion. So there will be features of anorexia also, fullness of the abdomen, dyspepsia, and there will be feelings of uncomfortable feelings, nausea, vomiting. Nausea is very important feature. Then body ache, muscle ache, or there could be skin rashes also. These skin rashes are the action or the reaction of the body in case of fever, not present always. So it depends on the person immunity. Now let's figure it out. The patients who are at higher risk of pyogenic liver abscess are generally old age people who have poor immunity, patients with diabetes or conditions like AIDS or other autoimmune disorders, or patients on corticosteroids or steroid therapy. So those people are at higher risk. Obviously the obese people also, people having high lipid and cholesterol level also are at high risk because they have poor immunity. Now investigations. We will go for the WBC test. Obviously it is increased leukocytosis, that is known as leukocytosis. This WBC are always increased in every type of infection because pyogenic liver abscess is an infectious condition. So WBC will be increased. Then we will go for the MRI, CT scan, go for the X-ray. Now X-ray, if empyema is present, the hollow viscous shadows will be seen. If there is perforation and empyema, that could be seen in X-ray investigations. Then fine needle aspiration test, because we have to aspire the content of the abscess to know the etiology. If etiology is unknown and to know the pathology, we will go for this test. Then yes, stool and urine culture, blood and urine culture. Very important investigation to identify which organism has affected, who is the culprit, to identify whether it is gram-negative or positive, whether it is bacteria, virus. So we will go for the culture test. We will go for the FNSE if there is unidentified pathology, if the etiology is unknown, and to know the pathology. Then after FNSE, when pus is aspired, when it is aspirated, then we will send the pus for gram test. We will send the pus for gram test. So simple investigations in treatment. First we will go for the conservative treatment. In that we will check the vitals of the patient, we will check the blood sugar levels and other vitals, and if that are not proper, not normal, then we will try to normalize it. Then we will give antibiotics. So antibiotics will be given after the investigations are done, like blood and urine culture are when done. Then depending on that report, we will give the antibiotics, because it is gram positive or gram negative. So we will give the antibiotics according to the positive organism which has produced the pyogenic liver abscess. Beside this, we will give antipyretics, painkillers, and if the liver abscess are multiple, and if there is abdominal pathology related with it, there is another abdominal pathology, and this abscesses are multiple and deep seated, then we will go for the surgery. And if this abscess is superficial abscess, and there is no abdominal pathology related, then we will aspirate the contents, or aspirate the content or the fluid of the abscess. We will aspirate the pus through the pigtail catheter. So ultrasound guided pigtail catheter will be introduced, and it will aspirate the content or the pus of the abscess, and then we will irrigate. This is the first step, the aspiration of the content through the pigtail catheter guided by the ultrasound. Then in next step, we will irrigate the abdominal cavity with saline or spolicidal agents or saline. We will irrigate the abdominal cavity. And if there are multiple and deep-seated abscesses and there is ascites, or if the abscesses are deep-seated, multiple, or if there is abdominal pathology associated, so we will do what? We will introduce the pigtail catheter into the abscess through the one opening, and we will take it through the other opening. Also, we will do the laparotomy.